Hi, Deborah Callahan here. My guest today is Andrew Scheffer. Andrew works as a financial advisor in New York and combines his expertise in the financial field with his deep knowledge of Buddhist principles to help CEOs, entrepreneurs, Navy SEALs, and countless others balance their lives with his unique barbell approach. Welcome, Andrew.
Thank you.
So you've trained as a Buddhist monk and also have an MBA from the Wharton Business School. So I'm so curious. How do you balance the non-grasping, non-clinging Buddhist mindset with the more normal way of being in our world, which is to be hyper vigilant about our money?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. I think non-grasping is frequently misunderstood. So if we work hard, hopefully we can accumulate some wealth, and taking care and looking after that wealth is then a responsibility that we have. So we're never supposed to not be responsible. And so taking care with the resources that have come to us is very important.
Mm-hmm.
It's important for ourselves, it's important for our children, and it's important as an example in the world for how we should show up every day and take seriously what comes across our path in life, if you will. So the Buddhist non-grasping approach isn't saying push money or other things away. It's about really developing your mind and understanding how things work in this world so that we can influence better outcomes. And so I would say investing is very similar. We know that there are in meditation activities that we can do that develop a bigger, stronger, more positive, optimistic, and wholesome mind, frankly. And there are things we can do when it comes to money that will lead to better outcomes than other things. I mean, just start with the law of compounding. We know if you stay invested, over time that grows. So understanding simply that much changes our attitude of what we do and how we relate to money or wealth or what have you that comes our way.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Andrew. So you're living in New York, and I'm not living in New York, and I'm still feeling the anxiety, tremendous anxiety that's happening all around me. So how can we calm down? How can we calm down about the housing market, about the financial market, about like the economy, everything that's happening politically? Can you give us some tips on that?
Well, there's definitely a lot of anxiety out there in the world. And if that's what we're focused on and paying attention to, then we're going to feel it.
Mm-hmm.
But what I've found to be the most powerful approach to working with anxiety is, one, to focus inwardly more, because we can start to adjust and modulate what's going on in ourselves where we can't control what's going on in society at large. So I think the answer is a lot of people are trying to fix the world or change the world or hope the world becomes a better, more hospitable place. But when we make the shift from trying to fix the world to recognizing that we have control over our mind and we can protect our mind and develop our mind, that's the shift where people start making their time, energy, and attention to develop with what's within their control.
So do you sense a lot of fear from your clients right now, or not as much as I'm sensing?
I don't know if it's fear or pain. I mean, they feel the pain and some of them want to do something about it. I think that's a better strategy than hiding in fear and hoping that, if things don't change more, which, as you point out, there's good reason to believe that there will be more changes and not all positive.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things in business school you learn is they intentionally give you too much work. Mm-hmm. So you have to divide and conquer and you have to prioritize. Mm-hmm. And so, now we're in real life and it's the same activity. We're not going to be able to do everything. And so we have to drop the ball on some things and prioritize other things.
So you do a silent meditation,
Mhm.
and is that how you encourage people to start incorporating stillness into their day with the silent meditation?
I teach them how to connect with what's happening in their mind and body because most people don't know how to pay attention to what's going on between their heart and their head.
Mhm.
And that's just a foreign skill set. So I teach people the basic skills of how to do that.
Okay, beautiful. So, okay, so my final question, um, what have you learned in the past 5 years that you believe would be most beneficial to for people to know moving forward?
Um, I
No, I know
haven't.
you've done an awful lot of studying in your life, right? Business school and Buddhism. So, but recently, what are the life lessons that you've learned that you think are beneficial?
I mean, I have seen how my own thought process and mindset can limit me and change the course of outcomes in my life. And as we become more conscious and aware of those things, then we can make the small shifts and changes that are very close to us, so they're hard to see. But when we do that, um, you can really shift your life in dramatic ways.
Mhm.
So the more clarity and awareness we have, and again, so many people are focused out in the world, but if we could bring that a little closer to this mind body process and see what's going on there and the impact it's having, gives us a huge advantage in making wise choices and ultimately being happier, relaxed, and more fulfilled.
Mhm. Beautiful. So, how can people reach out and connect with you or work with you in either of these ways, either financially or spiritually or both? How can they do that? What does
Well,
that look
thank
like?
you. I mean, I think email is probably the best.
Mhm.
Andrew at andrewscheffer.com.
Okay.
We can set up a time to speak. Everything usually begins with a conversation. I do have, a lot of, from the meditation side, a lot of resources that can help people get started. But I find the human interaction becomes beneficial. And sometimes people want to work with me on one aspect and then they come around to needing help with the other. Sometimes people want to do both. So again a very individual process, and I like connecting with people. I've found if nothing that has come out of this pandemic is that we can, like you and we reach out and connect with people that we never would have crossed paths with on the daily commutes to our job or in the little bubble, and all of a sudden we meet amazing people and share a synchronicity that is inspiring, awe-inspiring, really, and
Mm,
brings a lot of gratitude and appreciation for the world we live in and the opportunity we have.
for sure. Well, thank you so much for the chat today. I think it's was so helpful, and I'm definitely feeling more at ease. So thank you, Andrew.
Terrific. Well, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to connect.
Okay, take care.
All right.